Caffrey, would you spell your name, please, for the court reporter?
Patricia, P-A-T-R-I-C-I-A, Caffrey, C-A-F-F, like Frank, R-E-Y.
Go ahead, Ms. Caffrey.
January 24th, 2015. Is the day my life changed forever. I lost my best friend and partner, Jim Caffrey, the man I had loved for 28 years and who I was supposed to spend the rest of my life growing old with. The man who should have been at my side as I watched our son James graduate from high school this spring, who should have been with me as we took him to the University of Virginia for his first year, who would nearly burst with pride as he told everyone James was going as a Jefferson Scholar. My son is not able to thank his dad for all the support and guidance he gave him throughout his school years to be able to achieve this goal. I am so sad every morning when my daughter goes out to her freshman year of high school, knowing that they would have shared a ride as he would have dropped her at the high school on the way to his classroom. How there would have been yelling in the morning to hurry up or we'll be late. Instead, it was just quiet. So I hear the front door close as she leaves. How proud he would have been to see her dressed up, looking so beautiful on the way to her first homecoming dance. I think of all the discussions and lectures she missed from him as she prepared for her first high school Model United Nations conference, something he was so passionate about. How he isn't there to help her with her math homework. These few big moments don't even begin to describe how he is missing from our lives every day. I dream about my husband at night, only to wake and remember he is gone and never coming back. I long to go back to my dream world and never get out of bed, just to hold on to him a little longer. Every day I wake to the pain of loneliness, but then I think of my kids and know I need to go on for them. Our house is much quieter without his music playing and his sense of humor. None of this even touches at how this loss affects his 6 brothers and sisters, his many friends and neighbors, his 5th grade students and colleagues, and his church community. He threw himself into everything he did with humor and love, always wanting to live life to the fullest. And though as much as I would like to continue talking about my amazing husband and the many ways he is missing from our lives, the list of how he contributed to our lives is endless. I need to address what happened to him. I understand that accidents happen. We are all human, but not all humans look to preserve only themselves. The defendant should not have been driving knowing his license was suspended. He had no auto insurance, and yet he got behind the wheel. He was pulled over by a policeman and yet decided to flee onto a quiet residential speed at almost triple the speed limit. When he came upon traffic, he continued to speed, ignoring the danger he put himself and others in by going around the cars. Then he hit my husband, who flew up onto his windshield. Still, he chose to think only of himself as he bailed out of the car and took off running. He did not stop to see if he could help Jim. He thought only of himself as he fled the scene, not even a call to 911 before he left. My husband, Jim Caffrey, left our house that Saturday afternoon to go out for a run after a long day of inputting grades for report cards, to relieve stress and improve his health so he could be a better father, husband, and teacher. But instead, what he encountered during that run was complete disregard for other human beings, and not only myself, his family, friends, students, coworkers, and church community are left to grieve and not know what Jim would have contributed to our lives in the world. Every action affects someone else, for better or for worse, and the defendant chose to ignore this on January 24th, 2015. He continued to ignore it as he lied to police and did not turn himself in, leaving all of us in limbo for months. Now, because of his selfish, evil actions, we are robbed of a wonderful, loving man who is irreplaceable. In light of all the defendant chose to do or not do on January 24th, 2015, and the following months, I ask the court to sentence him to the fullest extent of the law.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Continue along the same lines.